Hi there. In this video, which is going to be the last video on the video series dedicated on 6.2 of AP Statistics, we will see an application of a confidence interval. And more precisely, we will see how we can use a confidence interval to estimate not proportions, but numbers from the actual population that satisfy this specific characteristic we're talking about. So, let's assume that, and we will see the whole process through an example. Let's assume that I used a sample of 200, let's say, patients, and I saw that 76 of them reported a side effect on a specific treatment. This 76 of 200 creates the sample proportion. If we do operations, this will be equal to 0.38. So far I know that the sample proportion is 0.38. Based on this sample proportion, and assuming that I used a confidence level of 90%, I was able, through the known technique, to find that the z-score related to that confidence interval, to that confidence level, is 1.645, while the margin of error, which is actually taken from the formula z critical multiplied by p hat times 1 minus p hat over n, which in this case is 200, was equal to 0.056. You can do the operations and you can check the actual numbers yourselves. However, based on all these, I was able to find the confidence interval, which would be always, as always, of the form p hat minus e, p hat plus e. So in this case, it was 0.38 minus 0.056 up to 0.38 plus 0.56, which, after doing the operations, led me to the interval of 0.324 up to 0.436. Once again, what does this confidence interval mean? That with a confidence, we are 90% confident here that if I am to repeat this process, meaning that if I am to get different samples of the same size, of size 200, each one of them will produce a confidence interval which in 90% of the cases will include the true population proportion. So we expect, and we are confident with a confidence level of 90%, that the true population proportion should be between 0.324 and 0.436. If I am now to convert these into percentages, I am 90% confident that the true population proportion would be between 32.4% up to 43.6%. However, we are talking about the true population proportion of all patients in the entire population reporting a side effect. Now, these are proportions, these are percentages. If I cared about the exact or the numbers of individuals out of the population that report a side effect, all that I would need to do would be to translate these percentages into numbers. We expect that 32.4% of the population, and here in my shown example, I assumed that the population was 5,000 people. So 32.4% of 5,000 is 1,620. while 43.6% of the population is the same as 43.6 over 100 times 5,000, which is 2,180. So we can tell with a confidence of 90% that we expect that from the entire population between 1,620 up to 2,180 people will report this side effect. So what you should keep in mind is that you calculate first the confidence interval and then you multiply the endpoints of that confidence interval by the size of the entire population. That's all. Don't forget, like, subscribe, and share. I'll see you in 6.3.